everyone. Thank you for your presence. I hope you are joyful and healthy. I am here to do Gemini November Tarot 2025. I'll be using Major Arcana, Rider-Waite Smith, Osho and Tarot, Woman Oracle, Prism, and I Am Shadow and Light, Les Amours de Marlowe for the Love department, and Divine Connection at the end. All right, Gemini, let's do it. Well, I hope you had a good transition season, eclipse season in September and then fall. So it's always a small transition. So here we go. All right, let's do it. So we'll see the energy in November with Major Arcana and Rider-Waite Smith. Then we'll check with the Osho Zen consciously and unconsciously what you need to work on. And Woman Oracle for the challenge and the outcome. Don't forget, Gemini, your magazine Astro and psycho-emotional self-growth. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can click on the link next to my picture and you'll see all the magazines that I created so far, because I'm the one who did everything. Yes. All right, let's do it. So we have Scorpio in the house, Gemini. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So Gemini, we have your energy here with the Fool. Personally, I think the Fool has the personality of Gemini or Aquarius or Sagittarius. Okay. All right. So, in the recent past, you have Scorpio, you have Death, the card, and you have the Fool. So, clearly, Gemini, you are at on a path of leaving the past in the past. It's not even funny. You're just like, okay, I just need to leave the past in the past and start afresh and be okay with that, okay? And really not be afraid of doing it. Now, in consciously, you are projecting way to F too much. But you're projecting your fear, you're projecting your doubts, you're projecting a bunch of stuff. So you're dumping it on other people or whatever, and then you're probably blaming it also. Okay, so what's up, Gemini? You feel bad because of somebody? No. They're not responsible for how you feel. They're not responsible for, especially if you're obsessed about it. Because you can be, you can, someone can say something to you and it does affect you for like a second or two or 5, okay, 5 seconds. But then you're just like, well, she's the one or he's the one in the bad mood. I'm not. So it doesn't affect me, Now, do I want to help this person? Well, it really depends, because if you want to save the planet, well, good luck. Unconsciously, you know that, so either you realize that you're a little cold every once in a while and you're very rigid and perhaps radical from time to time, so unconsciously you know it, or unconsciously you know that you have to create some healthy boundaries. So either or here, but something is happening and you got to take care of it, because if you're avoidant, it's not going to be good. Your challenge is to anchor yourself, which is sort of normal. You're an air sign and you're mutable. So it's pretty hard to but that's your challenge in November. if you do anchor yourself, if you do realize a bunch of stuff, it is the time now to really work on that, to not have issues and such. Let me clarify the near future. 10 of Swords. You're ending a cycle, that's for sure. Or it would be good to decide to end a cycle, guys. Yeah. to sort of, you know, like Gemini, to sort of finish 2025 in a very good note. Instead of attracting the bullshit over and over and over again. So, this is your desire of a brand new cycle. Okay? So, thinking that you want a brand new cycle is just thinking. You are exhausted and you exhaust yourself. Appear. No wonder you have that 10 of Swords. So the cards here for November, the energy of the major arcana and Rider-Waite-Smith itself, it is a Gemini. You want to heal? Do you want to heal, Gemini? Do you want to feel better? Well, if you do want to feel better, you got to stop the mental bullshit with Mercury, your planet. And you have to rest and really take care of yourself and do some self-care. And then you can heal. And then the 10 of Swords here is extremely legitimate. You're starting afresh. After the 10 is the Page. The outcome, you feel guilty about something. You feel guilty regarding yourself because you're not sober, you're not taking care of yourself, you're addicted, you don't love your partner anymore. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff. And the outcome is you feel guilty. But why you feel guilty? Because when you were a kid, the people around you were making you feeling guilty all the time. Think about that. So you have to take care, you have to be your own priority, and guess what? You hear it every time on this platform. 350 times on this platform. Every single day. Alright, let's do the decans. First, second, and third, and if you're on the cusp, you have 6 messages instead of 3. Whoops. First decan, Gemini. Be loud but inside. Otherwise keep quiet until you get what you want. There's no right or wrong way. And yeah. So you're extremely determined. First decan. But you gotta stop talking way too much. You know that not everybody is nice and with goodwill and wants you to be happy. So why would you give food to people that are going to be like jealous and envious and all that jazz? Why? There's no need. But you're very determined. All right, second decan. Don't bend over backwards for fear of upsetting people just because you are you. Being surrounded by the wrong people is like being in detention for the rest of your life. And passion. Well, who are you surrounded with? Because clearly you're very passionate about something or someone or whatever, but I think you're just mixed up with a bunch of people that are not supposed to be here. And you gotta, you know, if the other people do not accept you, well, there's a problem. Okay, third decan. Love invites you to a dance that never stops. You are what you effing need. And mystery. Well, it's sort of the same, Gemini here, third decan. You gotta not talk too much or say too much about a bunch of stuff. And so love yourself first. Take care of yourself. Do some self-care. It's really important. Because doing some self-care really shows that you are feeling good. You want to feel good and not something else, you know? All right, the love department. If you're in a relationship, Gemini, let's see what's up. And then we'll do divine connection after. All right, if you're in a relationship, oh boy. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, or I don't know if you are putting the pressure or it's the way around, but you guys are not doing too good right now. It's I feel like it's a very much like an energy eater, and you're 24/7 together or something, but you have to be patient. Maybe, okay, so I have a feeling that one of you is like putting pressure on the other person to move in, to do this, to do that, and then the other person is like, whoa, okay, wait a minute here. No, I am not moving in with you. I am not getting married tomorrow, and I'm not doing 3 kids in 1 year. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So you guys need to communicate regarding what you want exactly and really be clear. Because even if the oxytocin is doing good and you guys are sort of like getting along really well for like the past few years, you don't need to move in. Like, who said that people need to be together and living together? Anyways, Gemini, if you're looking for love. All right, so if you're looking for love, I have the feeling that you, first scenario, you totally betrayed yourself with what you want, your, your goals, your objective regarding the love department. So it's either, you betrayed yourself with that, and or somebody did. And even if you're looking for love, I think there's a misunderstanding. So let's say you met somebody recently, like 3 months, and it's doing well, you guys are sort of like meeting once in a while, or even you're together sort of. But I think there's a misunderstanding. There has been. Okay? So there's a lot of hope regarding the connection, but you guys need to figure out what's up, because if you betrayed yourself with what you want and you sort of like agreeing for the person to accept you or validate you, there's a big problem. All right, if you're single and happy, let's see what's up. Single and happy. Haha. All right, single and happy, something is going to happen, very spontaneous, and it's going to put you a little bit offshore, you know, and you are loyal to, you have integrity, okay? You have integrity, especially with your core values, and you are at a crossroad of decision. Because something is going to happen that is probably going to like whoop, trigger something, and you're gonna be like, oh, do I really want to be single and happy? You know, or the opposite, be like, oh my god, yeah, I'm so happy single. You know what I mean? Like, it's either or, really, but it's sort of funny actually. All right, divine connection. I draw 2 cards, but I look at the card on the back of the deck. Ooh la 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 la. Hold on. Yeah, so 3 cards. Literally 3 cards, guys. Literally. Okay, so Gemini. Divine Connection is telling you that the more you will be doing some collaboration or just be connected to a sort of a bro, you know, vibe, you are going to succeed. Divine Connection is telling you, you know, don't be individual. And you're not. So that's why it's sort of like reinforce, you know, the fact that this is what they're telling you here. This is exactly who you are, okay? But so do not be afraid to collaborate, to do things. And so therefore it will help you a lot. And then there's also, they're telling you, Divine Connection is telling you to use your yin energy, okay? Even if you're a male, okay? And this is going to help you to soothe and to also figure out where you want to go and what you need to do at the right time. It's very beautiful, Gemini. It's just that, you know, you have to decide to do a switch and transition, accept a particular transition. All right, this is what I have for you, Gemini. Do not forget, there's a lot of videos. There's a lot of playlists on my channel, timeless video. I am not gone, and I'll see you next month. Bye.